Hey, how's it going, guys? So we're starting our new unit, which is geometry, and our first lesson will be about parallel lines. This lesson will be a short one, or this video, sorry, will be a short one. It should be no more than 5 minutes. I feel like the textbook does a really good job of explaining step by step of what to do, and you can find that on page 300 and 301. So that's where the examples are and kind of an explanation of the assignment, and it does a really good job. But I'm going to kind of go through each example a little more in depth so you can kind of see what it looks like. Before we start, I wanted to look at parallel lines and just a quick, brief description of what it is. So, parallel lines are lines on the same flat surface that never meet. They are always the same distance apart. So, that's really key. They're on a flat surface and they never meet, and they're always the same distance apart. Those are the three key points that you need to know. If you watch the video that I posted in the assignment on Google Classroom, you'll notice that just because the lines never touch doesn't mean they're parallel, right? So when we're talking about parallel lines, they're on a flat surface, like a piece of paper. So keep that in mind. So in the textbook, they kind of have three different ways of finding parallel lines. So we're going to go through two of them right here. So the first one is you're going to be taking your ruler and drawing one line at the top of your ruler and a second line at the bottom of your ruler. And then now you can see that these lines, no matter how far or how short they are, they'll always be the same distance apart. They are never going to touch. Even if the line was infinite, the lines would never touch, no matter if they're a centimeter long or 5,000 kilometers long. They're parallel, so they'll never touch. The second one that they give you is using a protractor. So we're going to pretend, I don't have one on this app, so I can't really give you a really good example, or a really not good example. This is going to be good, but not a very accurate one. So just bear in mind that I do not have a protractor to do this. Ooh, sorry, guys. So pretend that this is my protractor, and I did a perfect one. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the bottom of your protractor and draw your line out. So there, kind of like what we do with the ruler. But for this one, you're going to find 90 degrees on your protractor. So it's always at the top. And then you're going to draw your line right there. So your protractor, you just find 90 degrees at the top. You draw a straight line from there. And then that will give you parallel lines as well. The third example is found on page 103. It gives you the most accurate way, or the most consistent way, where it kind of eliminates the, if your ruler, if you measured the lines a little crooked, or your protractor, you didn't perfectly get it at 90 degrees. This way kind of eliminates this. Because you can use different points on a line. With your compass, you draw them, so you get a more consistent distance. So on page 301, it kind of goes through that step by step. But if it doesn't really make sense to you, because it's going to be very difficult to do it on this screen, kind of show the examples. So I did the first two on the screen to show you what they would look like. And then example 3 is really detailed on page 301. But if you still have questions about it, make sure you send me a message, and then I'll try to clarify it. And if it really comes down to it, we can arrange a Google Meet. Tell me that you want to meet, and I'll contact your parents, and we can meet, set up a meeting and go through that example one-on-one. So that's kind of it. It was really short, really brief. That's kind of it for the examples. The textbook does a really good job of kind of explaining it. But if you have any questions, make sure you ask, and I will post the assignment in the Google Classroom. All right, take care, guys. Until next time.